Hey, everybody, we're back here with Senator Rand Paul. Okay, so you were at the State of the Union last night. I saw you clapping there. But when you were running against Donald Trump, you said Trump would be a terrible president. In that seat right there on this show, over 2 years ago, you said he's a blowhard who's unqualified to be the commander-in-chief, specifically because he didn't even know what the nuclear triad was. Now it's like stand up when he says nice things.
Here's the thing, Stephen. I'm going to let you in on a secret, okay?
Sure.
So every time I was stood up last night and I was clapping for myself. That was me clapping for myself.
Okay.
You know, so I think you've misinterpreted that whole clap thing.
Let's talk about something that apparently Republicans and Democrats can agree on, which is that both sides of the aisle say absolutely vociferously, we want to do something about DACA. We want to do the American people overwhelmingly, both Republicans and Democrats, overwhelmingly want to pass some legislation to allow the Dreamers to stay in the United States and give them the path toward citizenship. Why not pass a clean bill that does that?
I'm an advocate for finding a compromise. I'm also an advocate for increasing legal immigration. We need more legal immigration. It's part of how a country becomes productive, is through immigrants.
We only have 2 legal immigrants here tonight.
Immigrants are, contrary to the impression some people say, are by and large good people. The vast majority of immigrants are good people, hardworking people. I grew up
Crime statistics are lower among immigrant populations.
I grew up in Texas. The people that I went to school with who were first generation from Mexico, hardworking people, all hardworking people. And so by and large, immigrants are good. So I will propose amendments to the bill to increase legal immigration. Because we have a lot of people here on visas, they're here legally, they still can't get their green cards after many, many years. So we do need bigger numbers on legal immigration.
What about ICE going into like courtrooms or going into hearing or custody hearings and grabbing people who are coming in for a separate reason to be dragged off?
Well, I think the one that was pointed out recently, I had a great deal of sympathy for the gentleman who'd been here 30 years, had a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and was married to an American citizen. I don't understand why we're sending someone like that back. He was working in our country. He was a productive citizen. So we do have to figure something out. Now, one idea that I've floated, which hasn't really been accepted by either side yet, is that we admit the DACA children, we normalize them or give them a green card, but we count them towards the totals. So it isn't normal immigration plus DACA, it's normal immigration minus DACA. So basically, you'd still have 1 million, or maybe we increase that number to 1.2 million for green cards, and DACA gets some of those instead of somebody that's waiting outside the country to come. We internally immigrate people who are already here, but to please some people on the right, we count those numbers in our total immigration.
We're way over time here, but I got to ask you, you said that the Bob Mueller investigation was a witch hunt and that it was a distraction of Congress's time. Do you think it should be ended? Do you think he should be gotten out of there? Do you think they should get rid of Rosenstein and release the memo and just blow the whole thing up and forget it ever happened?
I'm concerned. My biggest concern is over something that Madison said in the beginning of our country. He said that men are not angels, and that's why we need more oversight of government. Our intelligence community has the ability to listen to every phone call. Every one of your phone calls could be listened to if they wanted to. Every one of your emails can be tracked. Every one of your phone, who you call and how long you speak can be tracked. Every bank transaction can be tracked. And so I think because men are not angels and women aren't either, is that there could be bias enter into the intelligence community, and we have to be very, very careful that someone gives them a check and a balance, and that check and a balance should be a judge and a warrant. So one of the things, I fought with over this collection of FISA data was that we should go to a judge to get to that. What does that have to do with Mueller? I'm concerned that we've given too much power to a prosecutor. He was supposed to go after Russian collusion. So far, he's gotten someone over. He recorded General Flynn's phone call and then got him to say something inconsistent with what was recorded in the phone call. Think about it from a personal perspective. If I had 1,000 phone calls from Stephen Colbert, what I could learn, and then if I can interview you, and if you say anything inconsistent with what you said on your private phone calls, I can put you in jail.
Well, if what I said in the private phone call was that, I met with the Russians over sanctions, and then you asked me, did you meet with the Russians over sanctions, and say no, then lock me up. We gotta go. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Senator Rand Paul, everybody. No, don't go yet. We'll be right back. Stick around.